Well, hello, my friends. I'm here with Robert Patterson. He is the CEO of Kids Can Community Center, celebrating 115 years in 2023. Robert, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you. Always good to see you.
Yeah, you too. I mean, what a big this is a milestone for Kids Can Community Center, and it's gone through maybe one or two name changes because it
Mhm.
what was a name change? What was it?
We were originally called Social Settlement Association for our first 101 years, and then changed to Kids Can
Okay.
Community for since hopefully we'll be that for another 100 years.
Right. Right.
Somebody else can maybe change it again in a
Yeah.
century, but I'll leave that to somebody else.
Well, and I also we have an upcoming article that's not out yet in Metro magazine, but really talking about the 115 years, but also kind of your journey because you started there how many years ago?
Uh, in December, it'll be 25 years. So I started
Okay.
off as program director, and then kind of morphed into assistant executive director. And 2010, I took over as CEO. So it's
Yeah.
quite a ride.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, it's been a journey, and so once that issue comes out, I want to talk to you more about that whole journey. But today, just as we celebrate kind of the holidays, we call this our holiday extravaganza with nonprofits. Just tell us a little bit about Kids Can, who you serve, and the mission.
Absolutely. Our mission is to educate, engage, and inspire children through early childhood care and out of school experiences. And we do a lot of this at our main center at 48th and Q. We also have 8 after school sites in North and South Omaha where we do those programs. So we really branched out, especially in the past decade, for what we do. So obviously, early childhood is super important. Make sure kids are starting off their academic career as best they can. And then after school, one, making sure kids are in a safe place, but keeping them engaged and excited about STEM or music or art, because we want to keep them in school and make sure that they have a successful academic career as well.
And another thing I want to mention that was big for this year is because you moved into a new building or you expand. I mean, it's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, so we moved in January 30th of this year, doubled our capacity, and one of our biggest changes is we aged down to infant care. So now we take children as young as 6 weeks old. So we know infant care is hugely expensive no matter what income you make. So that's something that we really wanted to make sure that we were offering our families, and the new building enabled us to do that in a great way.
Yeah, and it's absolutely beautiful. And I guess I mean for any nonprofit organization, anytime you can expand or move into a new space, that takes a lot from community members. I mean, you just don't just do that.
Yeah, it was not an overnight.
Yeah.
By any means, and cannot thank this community and all of our supporters and individuals and foundations for making this happen. We were probably long overdue for a new building for sure. But and as you've heard me say, I don't recommend doing a capital campaign during a pandemic, but we did, but we were successful.
So let me ask you this. I mean, one of the things right now, it's the holiday season, and one of the reasons for this interview is just people looking at how they can contribute back to nonprofits. What are your kind of needs, or that people can think about? I mean, because there's all different ways to give financially.
Mhm.
They can do wish list items. So you've got a lot of people looking at different things. So
Absolutely. So we certainly won't shy away from taking your financial contribution for sure.
right.
We're not immune to inflation and everything, all the prices kind of rising around us, and make sure that we're paying our staff and a good competitive wage. The
Yeah.
other thing we really have been pushing is our wish list. So we have wish lists at both Amazon and Target, and I really like that because we allow our teachers and site directors to really kind of put the things that excite them rather than us, guessing what they think they might need. And it's so exciting when those things come in because it is kind of like a Christmas for these packages come in. It's always a surprise to us, and always love to send pictures to everybody that if you don't keep it anonymous, but to let them know that these things that you've granted us on the wish list are making a difference and are in kids' hands.
Well, and I think too, a lot of times, even if you're just an individual or a I mean, a family, particularly that's wanting to give back to Kids Can, that they can go online and they can like select items that they know these families want. And it's always fun to just to do it in a way that, you know, that they know like so and so wants this, or these are items that kids maybe their age want. So they can do this. It's a family
Mhm.
that you're doing it together.
Oh, absolutely. I've heard families that do that, that they kind of go through and they get excited about whether it's kind of a STEM something or another or science project that, you know, they're excited about it and want to see other kids, or they've had it themselves and kind of want to share that with others. So it's almost like the 21st century of us, you know, circling the J.C. Penney catalog of everything that we wanted.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that. Okay, we're almost out of time. And again, we will have a bigger conversation right after the first of the year. I know you've got your kids, the Can Do Awards coming up on May 2nd, 2024, which is a
Yep.
big thing that you've been doing for years. Anything you want to say about that?
We're excited. This will be the 20th anniversary of
Wow.
that event, our signature event. And so time just flies by for me sometimes. So we're trying to think of different special things that we can do that for that and maybe bring back some of our previous Can Do Award recipients.
Okay. Well, again, I mean, everybody mark your calendars, May 2nd, 2024. We'll talk more about that after the first of the year. But again, Robert, yeah, this was a really big year. And I just think it's just the foundation and kind of the jumping off point for so many more great things to happen with Kids Can Community Center. So I just thank you. Thank you for everything you've done for this organization and what the organization does for the community.
Well, thank you so much. I'm not sure I can top this year, but I'll try.
Okay.